Let's not kill the drama. Let's not start a fight. Okay, I'm just getting crazy because it's Saturday night, and this video is a crazy one because it is another story time. So I forgot to do my full intro. Hi guys, it's Brookelynne and welcome to my channel. So like I said before, today's video is going to be another story time. I haven't done one in ages, so I'm going to do one, and I'm hyped because it's Saturday night. So I'm going to try to make it as quick but interesting as possible because it is a funny, silly type of story time. So this is going to be on the time I got drunk when I was young and dumb at my friend's cousin's wedding. Yep, I went there and I did say and do some crazy stuff. So literally this was August 2011, and I got invited by my friend's family to go to his cousin's wedding. So because he was allowed to bring a friend, he chose me, and I was so excited to go. I had my lovely kind of black and white dress, I got a spray tan done, got my hair done my makeup, lashes, everything, nails. I just was like glammed up, dolled up from head to toe. I'm trying to put pictures up, post pictures on the screen so you can see what I was actually wearing, what I looked like. If you do care. If you don't care, I don't really mind. I'm not going to hold it against you. But if you find that interesting, just to kind of put pictures to the actual story. So, and I think I'll try to take out some embarrassing pictures. Don't judge me. But yeah. So it was summertime in summer 2011. I was 19. I was going into college. I was a bit mental. I still am now, but I was worse now. Not worse. I was worse then because I was really immature, and you know what I mean. Dumb teenager, that's who I was. So the wedding was beautiful. It was in a hotel. The ceremony was beautiful, and then we got to the reception. Everyone was like, right, let's get the drinks in. They're married now, let's celebrate. So everyone was buying the drinks. I was buying drinks. My friend said, let's try Budweiser beer, which everyone was hyping it up. I'm not a beer drinker. I drank it because any alcohol at that time I wanted to get my hands on. Nowadays, I love a wee spirit, like a wee Jenner vodka or Malibu. I love that type of situation. I'm not really a beer drinker. It floats me out. But back then, I was like, oh, if it gets me off my face, it's fine. And back then, didn't know my limits, and I would drink because I felt that gave me confidence, but on top of that, it made me look like I was a fool, so not worth it to get myself that bad. But so yeah, drunk Budweiser. It was all right. Wasn't my type of thing, but I drank it because yeah. So I had a couple of them, and then everyone was having wine at the dinner, so I was having wine too, a couple of glasses of wine. And I'm a lightweight. I'm only a tiny girl, and obviously a teenager back then. Well, the legal age in the UK to drink's 18, so I was over the age of that. And tiny girl, but drink just hits me, alcohol just hits me really quickly. I have to be so careful because if I have one too many, I act like a fool and I have a bad hangover the next day, so it's not worth it. So I was having the wine, and then we got the actual party after we had the meal and everything. I drank WKDs. I used to love them ones back in the day. Now I would have maybe one now and again, but prefer a wee gin. So I was mixing my drinks, which wasn't a good sign, and by that point I had quite a few, so I was quite tipsy. I remember like laughing and being tipsy at the dinner table and everything, and just getting on like a maggot and getting on like a fool. And I was saying to like my friend's mum and her friends, or cousins or friends, or sisters, we were all in the bathroom, like, and I said, I feel like Katie Price, I feel like a certain model, and then they were all laughing. And so I was getting on like that, to saying wee random stuff like that, dancing away, having a good old time. And then I had more drink. I think it was probably another one of them Budweisers. And by that point, as the night goes on, I was getting tipsier and tipsier. And then I was like, because I was drunk by this point, because I was dancing away, spinning around the dance floor, getting on like an idiot, just typical teenager. And then I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to steal someone else's drink when they're not looking. Me and my friend did this, drunk on people's drinks. embarrassing. I done that, and I was saying like the biggest sort of crap to everyone, and I broke my phone, so my mum couldn't contact me. I had a new phone, like a new BlackBerry, back when BlackBerries were a thing. I had a wee pink BlackBerry, but I busted the setting, so should have been on the phone anyway. That wasn't the phone. I busted the setting, so mum couldn't get in contact with me, and I had my iPod Touch, and she couldn't use that either because I wrecked the setting on it. So literally, she was trying to ring me to pick me up and everything, and then I told her I was getting the bus because I had a bus to go back to like my friend's house, like a wee kind of coach where everyone got on. So a part of this night's blurry, so busted my phone, and mum couldn't get in contact with me, so she went up to the hotel to pick me up, but I wasn't there. So I rang my friends, mum, and she said, oh, she's on the bus with us, and she was like, see that wee girl, I'm gonna kill her. And yeah, so I was on the bus, we got jelly babies or jelly beans in a wee like jam jar, mason jar, and it was a wee small like thing, but it was like the wedding favours. And me and my friend kept them throwing them at people on the bus, and then just everyone was joining in, like literally wrecking the place within jelly beans. Like I was throwing them at random people, like just having like on five having the food fight there. And then I was screaming like an emo. I'm like, do you want to hear my emo scream? Like, because me and my friend were like listening to music on the bus, and I was acting like I had like say the emo scream. Like they'd be like, I was getting up like that. I was like screaming like an emo in the bus. What? Wasted. And then the funniest thing on the bus instead, like I started saying, I'm a lesbian, like that. Like, would I? Like, really? Like shouted, and everyone was like, alright, okay, whatever you think, Brookelyn. They were like trying to look at me like, this girl's not right now. I was sitting screaming, I'm a lesbian. Because my best friend, he's gay, so I was like copying him. Because we were shouting, like mucking about. And then we got off the bus. I was proper pissed, proper wasted, like near enough blackout, stumbling around. I had a wee small kind of handbag, and then I tried to get my phone out. I left my perfume by mistake. Lovely perfume my granny got me, and smashed on the pavement, literally smashed. And I remember saying, no, the way the pump of the perfume, it was like a silver pump, and then it was there, then the liquid from the floor and the glass. And the pump was like at the right hand side, at the top right hand side. And it seemed so surreal because I was so drunk. Like it literally happened in slow motion, but then it was like, did this really happen? But yeah, I broke my perfume. The next day I was raging, so literally I got to my friend's house. My mum came around, she was so peeved off at me, like pissed off at me. And I was like, I want to stay. No, Brookelyn, you're coming home. Please, no, please, no. Yeah. So funny. But before then, I had to back it up. Before then, me and my friend and his brothers were sitting blasting dance music, going, yo, like proper, like jamming it out there. And I wanted to stay over, but obviously I wasn't allowed. So I got home, and then what did I do? I got into bed, took my clothes off, got into bed, and then because I had them like bunk beds, but I didn't have the bunk underneath, it was a high up bed. So literally, I felt like I was totally sick, but I was too lazy. I couldn't. It was at that point, it was like near enough blackout. I think I blacked out a couple of times, and then I remember lifting my head over. I was sober enough to lift my hair out of the way. I remember like lifting over like the bunk, like sick everywhere, and it went all over the wires, all over the floor. And I was made to clean it up the next day, which I should have done because I shouldn't have got myself in that state. And I remember passing out, and then I remember feeling like proper like sick as a dog the next day, hungover. Not worth it. Not worth it. I shouldn't have had my drink, and definitely should not have drunk other people's drink. Because I remember my friend's uncle, I drunk his flipping, was it his brandy or his something like that? It was like his flipping beer, I think it was brandy. And then he's like, where's my brandy gone? And I was sitting sniggering. Where's my drink? And then he was going, my friend was going to help me. I'm like, don't you dare. I said, but you were drinking people's drinks too. So yeah, that was a flipping crazy story about the time I got drunk at a wedding and I made an absolute fool of myself. We're all learned, we're all been there, all young and dumb. Wouldn't recommend it. So I hope you find this fun, entertaining, me exposing myself and being embarrassing and showing my embarrassing stories or telling my embarrassing stories. And I'll see you again for the next one. Stay gorgeous. God bless. Bye.